Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Well, better late than never. We're here. It's live television, folks. We work without a net outside of Mike Magnotti's show. It's the only regularly scheduled live program here, and sometimes these things happen, but we're here. We're on the air. It is Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. It is 34 degrees here. In the big city, we had a pleasant surprise from Mother Nature. We weren't supposed to get the sun breaks yesterday. We did. Got up to 40 degrees. It was pretty nice. It's pretty warm for this time of the year. But we're back to what they think we're going to have really for the whole weekend into the weekend. Clouds and fog and clouds and fog. That's going to be the case. Yesterday was an anomaly. I think we're going to be pretty cloudy. It looks that way anyway. National Weather Service thinks so, and I always defer to the experts in these kinds of things. We'll have the forecast. We'll have the news. We will have sports and one more chance to whet your appetite if you plan on going, and you should, this Saturday to the Snowy Owl Theater to see the combo concert, the Leavenworth Village Voices, working with Bozaya. Galena Bozaya, her group, her indie pop group, combining forces with the Leavenworth Village Voices in concert Saturday night at the Snowy Owl Theater on the campus of Sleeping Lady. And it's a great visit, plus some musical interludes. Everybody loves music, at least I do anyway. It'll be a great interview, and you're going to want to tune in for that absolutely in the back half of the program. All right, let's get going here at 2 minutes after the hour, or for some people 4 minutes after the hour. Sorry we're late, but at least we're up and running. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. from our Wenatchee Heights camera, and that's about the only camera we're going to have right now. It's going to really be able to show much of anything. Again, the stratus and the fog and the clouds are settling in over the Wenatchee Valley. And by the way, a little light precipitation possible along the Cascades, but looks like we're going to be dry, just kind of cloudy and foggy. Just very typical, really, for this time of the year. And of course, the days are pretty short. In fact, sunrise this morning, 7:39, sunset tonight, or this afternoon, if you will, 4:10. That 4:10 sunset is the earliest sunset of the year. We'll have that for about 5 days or so. Started a couple of days ago, goes through today, and then through tomorrow, I think. And then starting on Thursday, sunset will actually be at 4:11. It'll be just a little bit later sunset. Sunrise will be a little bit later, but at least the sun will be going down slightly later in the afternoons, as we are now into the shortest days of the year. But this is the earliest sunset of the year right now at 4:10 this afternoon. It's going to be that way for another couple of days. To the Rock Island camera we go. Well, that doesn't look too bad. About 10 minutes ago, you couldn't see anything. Now you can. Good morning to Rock Island. Somebody was playing golf at the Rock Island Golf Course over the weekend. Good for them. I wish I had. I just not this time of the year. Good morning to Rock Island. Good morning to Mission Ridge. Good morning to the Heights. And good morning to Malaga from our camera high above Rock Island. Waterville camera, we had some snow. There you go. A little bit of light snow coming down up on the plateau. Can't really make anything out except, well, the snowflakes flying by the camera. This is the Waterville camera. I think it's pointing towards the Columbia River. I honestly don't know. You can't tell, but it looks like it's snowing lightly up in Waterville at 4,100 feet. That's certainly understandable. And to Jump Off Ridge, very foggy, very cloudy. There's Wenatchee, there's East Wenatchee, and that's about all you can see from the Jump Off Ridge camera. Again, this is just what it is in the Wenatchee Valley in north central Washington this time of the year. The clouds, the fog, the stratus, and some light precipitation in some locations. Here's a slide from the National Weather Service. It looks kind of familiar with what we showed you yesterday, but it's pretty much what we're going to have. As the Monkees once sang, just shades of gray through the rest of the weekend into the weekend. May see a sunbreak on Thursday as a weak system passes through from the National Weather Service. It looks something like, well, this. Foggy and cloudy and a high of 38. Tonight, foggy and cloudy and a low of 33. Wednesday, cloudy, foggy, about 36. Wednesday night, slight chance of some light snow. I don't think it's going to happen. 32 for the overnight low. Couple of light sunbreaks maybe on Thursday. As the weak system, that's going to give us a slight chance of snow. Wednesday night passes through. Going to scour out some of the clouds, but not much. Still mostly cloudy and foggy, but a couple of sunbreaks on Thursday and a high of 38. Right back to the clouds of the fog on Friday and a high of 38, and the hits keep on coming. Cloudy and foggy through at least Monday. We are under the influence of a weak ridge of high pressure now. That's going to be replaced by a strong ridge of high pressure over the weekend, and we'll see how long that sticks around as we get closer and closer to Christmas. All right, 8 minutes after the hour, going to take a break. When we come back, the news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
Wenatchee!
Where you at?
From the heavens!
Where you at?
Woo!
Where you at?
Where you at? WWE Super Show is where it's at.
Where you at?
Live in Wenatchee, January 7th. Tickets and Superstar Experience packages available now.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome to the Columbia Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We are a local nonprofit serving Grant and Adams counties, helping businesses and people resolve difficult issues so they can move toward a better future. We offer help with workplace disputes, residential issues, family matters, and can train your staff in conflict prevention and resolution skills. Call us at 509-237-8401 to learn more.
Clouds and fog going to hang around all week long. The highs will be in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. Just cloudy and foggy, a couple of spittles of precipitation. That's really about it to break up these rather gray weather. The man who pleaded guilty in the 2010 killing of Wenatchee teenager Mackenzie Cowell, that person has now been released. After 11.5 years in prison, Christopher Scott Wilson was freed yesterday from the Monroe Correctional Center. Wilson entered pleas of first-degree manslaughter, robbery, and assault in the killing of Mackenzie Cowell, a 17-year-old Wenatchee High School student who was missing for 4 days in 2010. Her body was eventually recovered on the banks of the Columbia River in the Crescent Bar area. Investigators said DNA evidence on Cowell's body and in Wilson's Wenatchee apartment linked him to the crime. Wilson entered his plea just as his trial was about to begin for first-degree murder. He has always maintained his innocence, said he took the plea agreement because Chelan County jurors appeared likely to convict him. He was sentenced in 2012 to just over 14 years in prison, with credit for the 19 months he spent in custody. Before the trial, he is now 43 years old. He must report to a community custody officer for the next 3 years. The city of Leavenworth was awarded just about $2 million in grants to help out with transportation projects badly needed. The funding is from the Washington State Transportation Improvement Board, who has been collaborating with the city of Leavenworth to create a plan to address roadway deficiencies. Together, they will take on 3 citywide projects. The biggest one, $1.5 million, is going to go to a scrub seal that will improve the pavements and the roadways in the Leavenworth area. The other projects will reconstruct pedestrian curb ramps and address maintenance needs on city streets. The work will begin next year. The graffiti tagged around Wenatchee High School, no match for the Wenatchee High School art department. During fourth period last Friday, students from the art club got out their paint. The paint, by the way, donated by Sherwin-Williams, and covered up all the graffiti that was left on the fence of a nearby homeowner. The damage was first reported on November 30th and extended to Wenatchee High School property, including buses and the transportation building. Police say 2 suspects, a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old, both arrested last week. They face felony charges of malicious mischief. The fence may have just received a fresh coat, but there are plans in the works for a mural to be painted on it by the art club come spring. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse has a bill before the United States House of Representatives. The idea is to improve hiring and retention for police officers who work in Indian country. The chairman of the Colville Confederated Tribes, Jared Michael Erickson, testified last week alongside Congressman Newhouse, saying the bill could help step up police response on tribal lands.
Across the country, and particularly in Washington's 4th congressional districts, many tribes have serious problems recruiting and retaining qualified law enforcement officers who serve on reservation lands. Oftentimes, this is a result of training limitations, the bureaucratic nature of credentialing tribal officers, and frankly, subpar pay.
On any given shift, the Colville Tribe Police Department has an average of only 3 police officers on duty to patrol the entire 2,275 square miles or 1.4 million acres of the Colville Reservation. This means that an officer's backup is at least 30 minutes away by car at any given time, though usually longer. We currently have 8 tribal officer vacancies out of the 29 police officers in our department, which means we're operating at approximately 2/3 capacity. In September 2022, we had 9 vacancies, so we've been able to fill 1 in just over a year. This high vacancy rate is mostly due to our challenges of recruiting and retaining police officers in rural areas and the ability of the Colville tribes and other similarly situated Indian tribes to provide benefits that are competitive with those offered by state and local police departments. Because of this, there's an ongoing pattern in Indian country of recruiting and training officers only to see them leave for jobs with neighboring towns and municipalities that offer more attractive benefits. It cost Caldwell Tribes approximately $150,000 to put new officers through the academy and train them to be able to handle calls on their own. When officers leave for employment elsewhere, the tribe must pay these costs again. Again, this assumes that we can fill the vacancy. I just want to also add that we spend about $4.1 million of our own tribal funds for our law enforcement officers.
The next state legislative session is right around the corner. They get going on January 8th. It's a short session this year. It's just 60 days, but 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins says there's a lot of work to be done in those 60 days. He joined our very own Jefferson Robbins right here in our studios last week with some of the highlights of what to watch for as the House and the Senate get back to work.
Well, the main focus of the legislature for this session will be the state budgets. The state budget's on a 2-year cycle, and last legislative session we approved all 3 budgets for the 2-year period. So we approved the operating budget, the transportation budget, and the capital budget. And those budgets are good for the 2023 to 2025 biennium. But in the in-between years, we go back for 60 days, and the main purpose of the session is to make adjustments as needed to those budgets. But we also consider the bills that were introduced last session that did not pass. All of those bills are still technically alive for this upcoming session, and legislators are authorized to introduce new bills. But what I will share is that I believe last session almost 2,500 bills were introduced, yet only 400 were signed into law. So all 2,100 of those bills are still alive, but and with the new ones. But the long story short is most of the bills that get introduced don't make their way all the way to become law, and then you know, with the budget adjustments that need to be made and some other issues that are on the table, there's a lot of work in 60 days.
And that vast number of bills that you mentioned contributed a lot to the last session, being so busy, so packed, going late hours, starting early each morning, and we saw a lot of that playing out before the session.
Yeah, and this session will be no different. In fact, it'll be even more hectic because the way our Constitution is set up with these 105-day and 60-day sessions, yet the size and scope of the state government has grown, the budgets have grown, the complexities of all these issues still get sort of compressed into 60 days. And when you back out the weekends, even though we actually work the weekends, we're not taking votes and having committees usually on the weekends. So it ends up being 40 weekdays of legislative activity, and it's very intense, 14-hour days plus. But it'll be over before I know it, I'm sure.
And finally, outgoing Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz will be honored in our nation's capital. Later on this week, Congresswoman Kim Schreier's office sent a representative on Thursday to the Wenatchee City Council meeting to present the mayor with a flag that had previously flown over the U.S. Capitol. Congressional liaison Ruby Gaston said Schreier will also read a testimonial into the congressional record to recognize Kuntz's service as mayor. Of course, he'll leave office on the last day of the year after serving the city for 12 years. And that is the news. And we will have the news for you. We think it's important that our viewers be informed about what's going on in north central Washington and the Wenatchee Valley. That's why we have a newscast at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, 5, 6, and 10. It's also going to be up and running on our homepage, ncwlife.com, on our Facebook page, and on our YouTube page. Oh, and on our app, too. And if you got a news tip, get a hold of us. Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. What cures Gonzaga, the men's basketball team, after they lost to the Huskies over the weekend? You play a team that hasn't won a game all year. Sports is coming up. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Bob File Boats and Motors is your local Yamaha headquarters. For more than 30 years, Yamaha outboards have delivered far more than superior power, performance, and efficiency. Yamaha owners get something that can't be measured in horsepower or RPM: legendary Yamaha reliability. Find the Yamaha outboard that fits your life at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota compact and utility tractors. Rated #1 in durability and owner experience, they're built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota tractors for 0 down, 2.99% APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $800 on qualifying snow attachments. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Hi, this is Kelly, owner of the Original Children's Shop in downtown Wenatchee. We strive to bring you the most quality, fashionable, and fun clothing for your little ones, along with gifts, toys, and accessories. I look forward to meeting you soon at the Original Children's Shop.
Ladies, come fill out your wish list at Collins Fashions. Collins is decked out in red and green and full of cheer. Amazing gifts abound among the sparkly sweaters and beautiful Brighton designs. Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee, where Santa shops for fun and fashion.
Well, if you watch Sunday, you know what killed the Seahawks. Big plays, lots of big plays. The big difference in their loss to the 49ers on Sunday, they gave up a 72-yard run on the first play from scrimmage and never got better. Coach Pete Carroll says after review, it was frustrating to see his defense give up big plays on simple plays.
Obvious the big plays factored in. You know, there was 3 huge plays in the game for their offense, and they all led to scores, and you know, that's 21 to 28, you know, so and there were plays that we could have obviously really made much different on the defensive side. The big run to start the thing, offset the field and, you know, tilted the field. The third down long play, we have it defended, and then the play to George Kittle on a play action pass. This is not a difficult play for us to defend, but we gave it to him, and so those plays really factored into the outcome of the game. I think along with that, the fact that there's 23, you know, explosive plays in the game, and they got 12 and we got 11, it was a big play football game, and they had the better of it.
Pete Carroll's been coaching for more than 50 years, and all during that time as a coach, as far as losing 4 games in a row, well, the 4-game losing streak is only the 3rd ever as a head coach. He had 5 streaks of 4 or more games with a loss as an assistant. Back when he was the defensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills in 1984, they actually lost 11 games in a row. Coach Carroll says the message is simple. Seattle has 4 games left and they got to win them.
We've got 4 games at the end of the schedule here that makes up this really the old-time 4th quarter of the season, and this is our shot. This is our shot to do something. And we had our opportunity this past weekend. We didn't get it done to get it started, but we got to start a roll here. And you know, coming up on Monday night against a great team, you know, here we go. And so we're gonna face it, and we got to do something about it to make something out of this year.
Seahawks and the Eagles, Monday Night Football is, well, Monday night, last I heard. Gonzaga Bulldogs bounced back from a tough loss Saturday in Seattle to the Huskies with a home win last night, and they played Mississippi Valley State, who hasn't won a game all year. And they crushed them. Braden Huff coming off the bench to spark the Zags. He had 17 points, the final 78-40.
Hickman transition 3. Ike. Nemhard. Watson. The lob goes. Back clock. Stromer denied the post. 11-2. Gonzaga looking for more. Stromer transition 3. Bingo. Zags had 5 players in double digits on Saturday. And now he'll push it. Nemhard driving the baseline, left it for Ike. Yeah. Here's Stromer on the baseline, bounce. Nice catch by Huff. Yeah. Here's Braden. Huff. Jump hook goes. Gonzaga wins it 78-40. They're now 8-2 on this season. Connecticut next.
Coach Mark Few says coming back and winning after losing to the Huskies in Seattle on Saturday was just as important psychologically as it was physically.
those are not fun days. The day after you lose one that you kind of let slip away a little bit. So, but I thought they came out, especially on the defensive end. That was a really good defensive effort, and it's pretty rare unless you play Syracuse or something. You play 40 minutes against zone, so it just has a different rhythm to it, a different feel, and shots are coming in different areas, and we eventually figured that out and kind of solved it and got the ball to the right spots.
Graham EK chipped in 13 for the Bulldogs. Next up for Gonzaga, they'll take on UConn. That game will be in Seattle on Friday at 7 o'clock. The Seattle Kraken trying to snap an 8-game losing streak on home ice tonight. They got the Florida Panthers, the current streak, the longest in the history of the franchise. Of course, they've only been around for a couple of years. They'll drop the puck at 7 o'clock tonight at Climate Pledge Arena. You can watch it on Root Sports Northwest. The Wenatchee Wild are in Portland tomorrow night in Western Hockey League play, taking on the Winterhawks. Wenatchee's coming off a 4-3 come-from-behind victory over Spokane on Saturday. Tomorrow's game at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum starts at 7 o'clock. Austin Drade, the broadcasting voice of the Wenatchee Wild, and general manager Bliss Littler will be my guest on tomorrow's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. All right, here's a look at the Prep girls basketball schedule for tonight. It is a busy one. At 5:30, Moses Lake will host Pasco. Shadle Park will be out of Freda. Cashmere will visit Quincy at 5:45. Cascade will host Omak. Chelan plays a non-leaguer at Okanagan at 6. And the Pateras girls will host Manson, and Lake Roosevelt travels to Libertyville. The boys' schedule at 7 o'clock, you got Pasco and Moses Lake. Freda visits Shadle Park, or hosts Shadle Park, I should say. Cashmere is at Quincy at 7:15. Omak visits Cascade. Okanagan will host Chelan at 7:30. Lake Roosevelt's at Libertyville, and Manson travels to Pateras. Hope we remember what we're doing. We haven't had any live broadcasting on sports for about a month, but we're back at it tomorrow night. The Eastmont Wildcats and the Moses Lake Mavericks wrestling at Eastmont High School. Eric with the call. Matt's side will get going a little before 7 o'clock, and then Grant Olson will be courtside Friday. The Panthers and the Mavericks will have the girls' game streamed live on Facebook at 5:30. The boys' game to follow the stream and on TV at 7. And then Saturday, the first of 3 meetings this season between the Panthers and the Wildcats. Eric Grandstrom courtside at Eastmont High School. Girls' game at 4:30, boys at 6. Both games will be streamed live on our Facebook page and broadcast on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Tuesday, the 12th day of December. Happy National Ambrosia Day. Happy National Ding-a-Ling Day. The hell was that? Do we have poinsettias ready to go? Let's find out. Live television, folks. Yes! National Poinsettia Day today. According to legend, way back in the 16th century, in Mexico, a poor little girl wanted to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, had no money. She was told by an angel, doesn't matter what you give Jesus as long as you give it with love. So she gathered some weeds, according to legend, and left him at the manger, and mysteriously and magically, the weeds turned into flowers. That's the legend. Who we really have to thank, and the name, for that matter, Joel Roberts Poinsett. He was the United States foreign minister to Mexico, the first one we ever had in the early 1800s. And of course, that plant is native to Mexico, so we took him back and planted him in his greenhouse in 1825 and gave him out as Christmas gifts. Kind of cool, but it didn't really catch on until about 100 years ago. That's when Paul Ecke started selling poinsettia plants at a roadside stand in the 1920s, and it took off from there. Every year, about 70 million poinsettia plants are sold during the 6-week period of Christmas. 70 million, that's a lot. And by the way, almost all of them, 70% of all the poinsettias sold in this country come from the farm of Paul Ecke. The Paul Ecke Ranch grows poinsettias and nothing else to sell during the holidays. Hey, if it works. And they do look pretty, I mean, it's Christmas. It's scarlet and green. That's what it should be. Celebrate Poinsettia Day with somebody you love. Let's do Today in History. We'll throw up the state flag. We always do states on the day that they enter the Union. This is one of the better state flags, actually. Take a look. Any idea? I'll give you just a couple more. I'll give you like 5 more seconds. Take a look at that state flag. State number 2, the Keystone State. And it's not a state. They call themselves the Commonwealth, Pennsylvania. Joined the Union as the second state. They ratified the Constitution 236 years ago today. December 12th, 1787. Like Massachusetts, Virginia, and Kentucky, Pennsylvania is one of those four that don't refer to them as states. They refer to themselves as commonwealths. It is known as the Keystone State. Pennsylvania sent 360,000 young men to volunteer in the Union Army during the Civil War, by far more than any other Union state. Pennsylvania has more licensed hunters than any other state. Pennsylvania is the leading producer of mushrooms. I didn't know that either. Of the 18 members of Congress that represent the House of Representatives, 8 are Republicans, 9 are Democrats. It's split right down the middle. Most of the Democrats represent either the greater Philadelphia or greater Pittsburgh area. And they have lost a lot of electoral votes. In 1928, Pennsylvania had 38 electoral votes. Now they have 19. They've lost a lot. Happy birthday, Pennsylvania. We love you. 88 years ago today, Heinrich Himmler introduced Lebensborn Project, eugenics, encouraging young, healthy German women and young, healthy German men to get together and make young, healthy Aryan children to purify the race. If you got pregnant and you didn't want to marry the father, they took care of you. They put you in a nice house and they let you give birth to the pure Aryan blood, and then members of the SS would adopt your child. In fact, they had a special reward for any German mother who gave birth to the most children who met Heinrich Himmler's ideals of the pure race. That was 88 years ago today. 6 years later, oh yeah, speaking of that, Adolf Hitler got together at the Reich Chancellery and said, well, let's just kill them all. The elimination of the Jews became the official Nazi. It was green lighted on this date 82 years ago today. They were on their way home, 1985, after 6 months serving overseas in the Middle East. They were on their way home. In fact, it was their last stop before they ended up in Kentucky. That's where they were supposed to go. Aero Air Flight 1285, McDonnell Douglas DC-8, crashes shortly after takeoff in Gander, Newfoundland. All 256 on board were killed. 236 of the 256 were all members of the United States Army's 101st Airborne Division. It was their last flight. They flew from Cairo to Cologne to Gander, and they were finally supposed to fly to their fort in Kentucky. What caused the crash? Icing on the wings, and they had too much weight on board. They underestimated the amount of weight on board the airplane. This remains, by the way, the deadliest aviation accident in Canadian history on this date, 1985. And finally, 23 years ago today, the United States Supreme Court, in a 5-4 ruling, hands down their ruling in Bush v. Gore. They allowed the vote certification to be certified. George W. Bush wins the state of Florida by 537 votes. He finishes with 271 electoral votes, one more than needed for the majority. It all came to an end on this date in 2000, but boy, that was a crazy time. Birthdays. Francis Albert Sinatra. Oh, Blue Eyes. We played Blue Eyes. I was playing Frank Sinatra at work the other day with Count Basie and Quincy Jones. Sinatra, what else do you say? Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, born in the state in 1915. We lost Bob Barker back in August. If he was still with us, he would have been 100 years old today. Bob Barker was born in Darrington, Washington, and he spent most of his childhood on the Rosebud Indian Reservation in Mission, South Dakota. In fact, he was 1/8 Sioux. And of course, he hosted The Price is Right for like forever. Bob Barker would have been 100 years old today. And the legendary Dionne Warwick, who just got a Kennedy Center Award a couple of weeks ago. She is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know why. An incredible voice. The legendary Dionne Warwick is 83 years old today. Mike Mendine's got an opinion coming up, and we're going to be talking to our good friend Boziah. Their concert with the Leavenworth Village Voices. Leavenworth Village Voices has already done 2 shows. One more It's coming up on Saturday at the Snowy Owl Theater. Get your tickets. We'll whet your appetite with my conversation and a performance with Bozaya. Special thanks to our friends at Alpine Air. Platinum sponsors here on the NCW Live channel for Heat and Air. Call Alpine Air. Mike McNulty is next. You're watching a Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's, our place or your place. Our family is here for your family. What makes Abby's triple topper so great?
Pepperoni, Canadian bacon, ground beef.
With these premium toppings piled to the edge, it's a whole lot of pizza on sale for a very special price. And when you give the gift of Abby's, we'll give you a present too.
The holiday season is here, and life is hectic. Let Merry Maids help simplify yours. You expect a lot, and Merry Maids delivers more. They'll make your home or business sparkle for holiday parties, special events, and family gatherings. They'll customize the cleaning to fit your needs and your budget. Merry Maids are cleaning experts. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. Best of all, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Visit online, merrymaids.com, and call for a free estimate. Then you can relax. It's done.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Crystal's Intimate Lounge is a wonderful place to relax and enjoy your dining experience while taking in the breathtaking views of the mountains. And you can host your next private event at Crystal's Restaurant and Lounge, 2 blocks west of downtown Leavenworth. Enjoy the warm atmosphere of Crystal's event space and the enthusiasm of their staff. Not to mention their mouth-watering banquet menu, which has something to fit every group's needs. Reserve your date today.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNulty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. So a friend posted on Facebook that Jesus was a socialist because he told us to feed people. Well, I mentioned that there's a difference. Jesus told me to feed people. He didn't tell the government to make me feed people. So, of course, some people jumped on my case for being, geez, self-righteous, blah, 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 whatever I don't know. But look, you can attribute Jesus to your economic philosophy or your political beliefs, right or left. You know, but it's not a question about whether Jesus is on your side or not. It's a question of whether or not you are on his side. This is Mike Mad Dog McNulty, and that's my opinion.
Hi, I'm Jim Heinlein, agent and owner at Springwater Insurance Group. Do you hate getting called by those Medicare telemarketers? Well, they only call if you give them permission. At Springwater Insurance Group, we are your local Medicare educators and enrollment office for all Medicare plans offered in our region. Our services are free, and we will answer all your Medicare questions. Give us a call at Springwater Insurance for all the Medicare questions at 509-888-2600.
In today's environment, risk management assessment is a crucial process for your business. Risk assessment will identify, evaluate, and mitigate hazards. Don't let risk impact your business income, reputation, operations, and your overall success. We can give you peace of mind by transferring your business risks to the insurance providers. Call Stacy at August Edge Insurance today to schedule a risk management assessment for your business.
Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, family owned and operated on North Wenatchee Avenue, right next to Hooked on Toys. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue uses only fresh ingredients, handcrafted with love, including authentic Hawaiian barbecue and Japanese-style ramen noodle soups. And the bubble teas will keep you coming back for more. Enjoy the culinary tour of the Pacific Rim with Hawaiian barbecue lunches and combo plate classics, as well as ramen noodle soups. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue. Enjoy their comfort food like you're one of the family.
The Clearwater Saloon and Casino has the best Vegas-style games in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy yourself and discover the nightly action. Win big and meet new friends at the Clearwater Saloon and Casino.
Welcome back to the program. We are here at the stage of the Snowy Owl Theater. You want to make reservations for the 16th day of December right here at the Snowy Owl Theater at the campus of the Icicle Center for the Performing Arts. You know our good friend here, the great duo who performed a great show here. When was the show, Bozaya? It was in August, was that right? When was it?
Yeah. We have an amazing show on August 18.
Yeah.
It's sold out, a lot of people, very bright show. It's amazing, and I'm happy, people happy, and we have a lot of reviews about our shows. And please welcome for our next show. It's not just only show, it's Christmas show. You can listen in with us, and you can sing in with us. Amazing. Favorite beautiful Christmas songs.
Yeah, this is quite an interesting marriage. It's the Leavenworth Village Voices and this incredible pop duo, high energy, tradition. It's going to be a little bit of everything. Introduce your friend over there who kind of got this marriage together. Introduce your friend.
Yes, please. It's Nathan Cox, and he's just как представляет?
Yeah, I'm here to represent the Leavenworth Village Voices.
Yes.
With which I've been singing for several years now.
And your backstory is pretty interesting. We were talking before we went on the air. How you worked your way here to the little hamlet of Leavenworth, and you're fluent in Russian, and now you have these really cool neighbors. Talk about that whole backstory.
Yeah, the pandemic hit. I was laid off in Seattle. We decided to move where we had some family. We had a grandpa who lived here, so we moved out to Leavenworth, which we love, and very randomly met Galina and Vadim when we were picking up a piano, and were amazed to learn that there were other Russian speakers in this little town of Leavenworth. Became friends, learned that they were professional musicians, and decided to try out a partnership of sorts. So last year we had Basaya as our guest artist at one of our concerts, and this year we decided to go bigger and make a joint concert between Basaya and the Leavenworth Village.
And so whose idea was that? Was it kind of a mutual idea to put you two very diverse musical genres together on stage for one night only on the 16th? Whose idea was that?
That was Galina's idea. In fact, I think I remember when we had the idea, we were singing our concert at the downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Yes.
The snow was falling. The lights were sparkling.
So
right. It was a
beautiful.
beautiful evening, and they joined us for that evening and sang a couple of songs, and afterwards Galina was in heaven saying, "This is what I've dreamt of. This is beautiful. Let's do this next year. Except let's make it bigger."
Yeah, I said if we try to do this amazing combination with classical styles and maybe pop styles, just do a little bit something new, different, something, I don't know, magic.
Yeah, something magical.
So I guess the first question you have to ask yourselves as you get together from a creative standpoint, the repertoire.
Yeah.
What songs are you going to do? Because the Leavenworth Village Voices are going to do their own concerts here as well on the 2nd and on the 10th, separate from the one that's going to be on the 16th.
Right.
So how did you guys decide from a creative standpoint, what songs are we going to do and how are we going to do it?
Yeah, it's true. Bosaya has its own repertoire and it's different. It's been described as indie pop.
It's just good, is what it is.
It's beautiful.
Good music is
if you
good
haven't
music.
heard Bosaya sing, if you haven't heard Galena sing, it's an extraordinary experience. And the Leavenworth Village Voices has its kind of very traditional approach, right? Singing carols and classical music and well, what some people refer to as cocktail Christmas music. And we thought there has to be an audience out there who wants to see both, right? Who wants to have a little bit of a poppier experience, but with a rolled in with some of that tradition. So we have our traditional carols. We have some medleys. We have some songs you've heard before but never heard it this way, arranged in ways that you've never heard before, and we'll be singing songs together as well.
Yes, very new songs, but it's Christmas songs. Everybody knows the songs. And Vadim, he sound produced, and he sound produced more modern the songs. It's just new production. We have new music. You can listen, everybody. And of course, we have amazing Christmas installation. It's video installation, yes. It's surprise. We have amazing decoration. We will have amazing, beautiful decoration, and people can just feel in this atmosphere here. Yeah.
It'll be a show you've never seen before in a place that is just as unique.
It's just, I think, first time we do this. Yeah.
First time, hopefully not the last.
Yeah. It is of course, for all family. For all families, for all people who love together. It's just so romantic, so beautiful, and for everybody who live here and live in Wenatchee and other cities in state Washington, please welcome. Because Christmas time, it's beautiful time in Leavenworth. I think the best time, Christmas time, is just in Leavenworth, absolutely, in Snowy Isle with us.
Does anybody in your organization have like a 4-octave range like she does?
Everyone in our organization envies Galena's voice. We have some beautiful voices in the Leavenworth Village Voices. Bosaya brings not only natural talent, but years and years of training and professional experience singing. The Leavenworth Village Voices, we have a diverse set of people who love to sing, but we're volunteers, right? She's a professional, and we are honored to be able to have this concert with her together.
But Village Voices, but Leavenworth Village Voices is so beautiful. You know, it's so it's singing, not voice, it's singing soul, soul. It's so beautiful because, yeah, I know it's volunteers, but it's just amazing. You feel in this soul when you sing all together. And conductor Mindy,
yeah.
Yeah, Mindy, conductor Mindy, she's doing magics, a lot of beautiful things with this choir, with us all together. She's helped us, and when we practice, it's really something special. And people can feel in our energy. They can feel in this is amazing light, and yeah.
Well, having watched the Village Voices perform Christmas before, and it's always spectacular. You're about 2 songs into it and everybody starts singing it. have you noticed that? Because everybody knows the words, and most Christmas songs are pretty easy to sing. Yeah. They don't wait till the end when everybody is supposed to sing together. People are doing it. They just find themselves singing right along.
I think there's a lot of, as you've mentioned, as Galena's mentioned, a lot of heart. People connect with what we're trying to do. They know that we're a community choir. They appreciate the effort that we put in all year to put together our Christmas concerts for them. But it's it's our way of caroling from door to door. It's just people come to us.
And there's a mistake, by the way. It says it's only $30 to get in on the 16th. That can't be right. You guys can charge twice that much and get away with it. This place only holds 200 people. You're gonna have 207 people in here. The fire marshal's gonna come and shut you down.
This is an amazing theater. If you know, for those viewers who haven't been here yet, the acoustics are amazing. It makes you feel like you're right there. Every seat's a good seat.
Yeah.
It is December 16th. Again, this is Bosaya and the Leavenworth Village Voices. The Leavenworth Village Voices themselves are going to have separate concerts. We'll talk about it different. That is Saturday, December 16th, 7:30. $30 for adults, $25 for senior citizens, $15 for students. You can get them by going to the Icicle Center at the Performing Arts website. And don't procrastinate. Don't put it off. This show is going to sell out. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, you're going to do a song for us, right?
Yes, Dan. Thank you.
I can't wait. musical entertainment when we come back. And it's not for me.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new midsize Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Hey folks, Lehman here with Crown Furniture and Mattress. Folks, there's no question if you're looking for top quality furniture and mattresses, Crown Furniture and Mattress is the place for you. Whether it's Flex Steel's patented blue steel spring, Englander's 120 years of innovation, or Stan's incredible comfort. Folks, we have it all. So stop by and see us today at 736 South Wenatchee Avenue.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Lose yourself in the magic of the most wonderful time of the year at Cert Dreams Holidays. This electrifying stage production has captured the imagination of audiences throughout the country. Delight in the holiday season as the world's finest circus artists perform alongside a cast of lovable holiday characters. Sprinkled with high-energy dance numbers and festive holiday music, it's the perfect gift for the entire family.
Get your favorite beverage and a wide variety of food choices all under one big roof at the Tap Room in Pybus. The Tap Room has the most popular choices for lunch and dinner in the Valley. With unique appetizers, salads, sandwiches, and tasty rice bowls, everybody will find a new favorite dish. Plus many craft beers from Hellbent Brewing, or you can choose wine, cider, or a delightful craft cocktail. Experience the family-friendly Tap Room at Pybus for yourself. It's just what you've been looking for.
Come now, really sit with me. Be moved by these melodies. This place and space speaks of your time. Oh, standing energy. Oh, you have all of me. This imagery is so divine. Shining skies, revolving minds. You won't see how much they need it if the emptiness won't hide. In my eyes, here is a view. Bounce to my sea, love is something real. Let me show you. Catch my smile, signals and tune. Bounce to my sea, this is what I feel. Let me see you. Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you. Beautiful moon. Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you. Beautiful moon.
Have you been to Boswell's Furniture lately?
Yes, Boswell's has an expansive 2-story showroom filled with so many great choices for our living room, dining room, and bedroom.
Did you know that Boswell sells directly from their store inventory, so we wouldn't have to wait to get our new furniture?
Yes, plus Boswell's has free local delivery and complimentary design service to help us with the layout and fabric choices.
No waiting and amazing customer service. I mean, why would we go anywhere else?
Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place. Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
right, we are back. It was 34 degrees when this show started. It's still 34 degrees, but at least the sun is up now, and that means we'll be able to maybe see a few things with our PTZ cameras, courtesy of Localtel's Sky-Fi division. It's a pretty cool deal, Sky-Fi. You can get super fast internet, just like fiber fast internet, without actually having fiber. All you have to do is be able to look outside your home or your cabin and look around all over North Central Washington, out in the Columbia Basin. We have about 100 Sky-Fi towers all over the place. If you can see one of the towers, you have line of sight, you can get it. And we put cameras on a bunch of these. For instance, this one, of course, the Wenatchee Heights camera. Beautiful view there, and you can see right at the snow line there for Birch and Badger Mountain. And the snow will be melting little by little because we're going to see highs above freezing, in fact, pushing 40 for most of this week. But we won't be seeing, except maybe